Here's a picture of a full moon, beautiful full moon. See if we can, there we go. Oh, I guess it doesn't focus very well. Alrighty, now, how does the moon, it's a full moon, how does that actually eclipse our planet when it's so small? How do we get a full eclipse? And why is it, when I look at that moon shot, the picture of the Earth from the moon, why isn't the Earth a lot bigger? Alrighty then, something to think about. Live, this is One for the Record. I'm Diane, and today is November 13th, 2016. Here are your news updates for today. We're going to talk about the Craigslist war that's going on. That is, people are being hired to protest, and then the protesters somehow get out of control and cause all type of chaos and mayhem and destruction of property. Wow. So, let me give you a free consultation on this. Alright. If you get what I'm saying. They get hired to protest. Next thing you know, they're out there fighting, destroying things, and fighting other people, and getting arrested, getting busted, whatever. So, but my main point is, what the hell is going on with Craigslist? Alright. Whoever, this is a free consultation for the businesses out there and the employers of these protesters who go out and destroy things. If you hire someone and now they're your employee and they cause damages and they have some kind of hate speech, an employee, when these businesses hire activists, they're their employees, now they are responsible, aren't they, for any type of hate speech, racial slurs, any type, destruction of property, violence when they hurt somebody else. As an employer, aren't you then responsible for that employee? Maybe your business insurance will pay for part of that, but I'm sure in the long run the insurance companies are the losers. You realize that, because they have to pay for the damages to personal property and businesses that are insured, business insurance. Wow. And then you being the employer, if you have business insurance, then their business insurance has to cover all that. So I guess the insurance companies are one of the big losers in this. Now, here's the thing. Out there in the Craigslist world, we have the self-proclaimed monitors of Craigslist. They love to flag all types of things, because if it's not righteous, if there's something in a wrong spot, it's not in the right category, or there's something wrong with the ad, or if it's a duplicate ad, it would be flagged. So these are like the unknown superheroes behind the scenes. And I'm surprised they haven't started flagging these ads, knowing that in their area, if there's going to be hired protesters, then now there might be a liability. There actually might be a danger that these protesters are going to go through their neighborhoods and start smashing and setting fires, and just the way of life is going to change. What's going to happen is there's going to maybe be a situation where you can't go out at night. That's hard for people who work at night, and those who like to go out at night when there's less of a crowd in driving and less traffic. So, my goodness, I am just so surprised that the superheroes behind the scenes, the flaggers, when they see this ad for protesters, wow, activists, protesters, I'm surprised they don't flag it. And it used to be, it didn't matter what city or what state, if you did a duplicate ad, it was still a duplicate ad and it would be taken down. Wow. I hear people complaining, oh, they're hiring these people, activists, protesters, and they're out there destroying things. Some aren't bad, but all it takes is one employee in your company to ruin you. Heads up, you might get sued. If they can track the person who's hiring, who's actually like the manager, the boss, who hires these employees, they can be sued. Aren't they liable? They must not have vetted them correctly, because now they're out there causing problems, setting fires, racial slurs. Even some were attacking police, throwing things. Right? So, I know there's freedom of speech, but okay, now the other thing is, if all I'm hearing on the internet is, oh, George Soros is hiring protesters, well, then he's liable, right? I mean, I don't know. Let the suits begin. You can't get to your local pharmacy because it has been burned down and you're disabled. Isn't that a type of pain and suffering? I mean, not just the businesses can sue. Your car is set on fire. You got, and destruction of property. You have like pain, suffering, destruction of property. These people can be sued. And there's also, they can get the IPN number off of the Craigslist ad. They can do that. But I'm surprised the Craigslist ad is up there long enough for someone to respond to it. It's like some kind of proxy war, and if people are being hired through whatever voting party, and those people, they're paying them, and they're an employee, and they blurt out a hate speech or a racial slur or threats to the police, threats to bodily harm other people or candidates or whatever, then your company is liable for that. I've seen companies sued for a lot less because of some smart ass employee saying some type of racial slur or something, and they get shut down. That job or manager, everybody loses their jobs. So under that type of law, I assume that the people, if it's Soros, whoever it is, and the subgroups that are hiring people and they do that, I would assume that people could sue them. Your average person could sue them. The businesses can sue them. The criminal justice system, the police departments, all the incurring damages. Because I know they can all sue or be charged, sent a bill. Because even if you call the paramedics, I believe you get a bill. Even though it used to be the fire department and the paramedics and police came out of your taxes. But now they bill you. So if they got to put 20,000 extra police out on the streets, you're getting a bill, Mr. Soros, or whoever it is. Even the subgroups, they should get the bill for that. Someone has to pay for that. Someone is liable. Who is liable? So, here to the self-proclaimed monitors, the superheroes that are in the background of Craigslist, because I'm surprised they didn't act sooner and started flagging those ads. And if you have to, here's another thing, if you have to hire someone to get your point across, it might not be so popular. Why aren't you out there yourself holding a sign and protesting? Why do you need to hire people? And the people, I mean, it's no different than if you know that you're going to go make $15 an hour, but then your grandma's car might get burned up. Or after your job, you have no supermarket to go to. Is it really worth it? And your friends that might be beat up or hurt or family. And going to jail, do you think it would cost you more than $15 an hour to get out of jail? Alrighty then? Think about it. Is it worth messing up your own neighborhood? Because obviously they're hiring people and they're not, I don't think, normally flying you anywhere. Here's $15 an hour. So you work 4 hours. You know, 30, 60 bucks. Here's $60. Go mess up everywhere. So now the next 6 months you have a problem going to work, school, or whatever because things have been burned down. Oh, and your sister's car was burned down by mistake. Well, it's not a mistake. People are doing that on purpose. So that's just a heads up and a free consultation. Who's liable? And I guess the suits might start beginning now, because they can track that off of Craigslist. At least the people who hire you, that they're your employer too. They're your boss. So, alrighty then. And I don't know, do you get workman's comp since you got hurt and someone stampeded over you? Someone banged into you and now you have a broken leg? You know, people running around and they did something and you were injured? Do you get workman's comp for that? Probably not, because you're probably not paying taxes on it. Alrighty then, excuse me. Be safe out there. Be prepared for anything. And come on now. If you know where it's coming from, then flag it, or just, you know, let's take care of it. If they're liable, maybe if they get sued a few 100,000 times, they'll stop doing what they did. Alright. Take care. Be prepared for anything. I'll see you on the flip side. This is Saturday. It is, oh, I'm sorry, it's Sunday now. So it's Sunday, 2 days down to the weekend, and Monday we'll start the count all over again. Be safe. Be prepared for anything. Alrighty then. Here's the supermoon, November 13th, 2016. Wow. It's supposed to get bigger in the morning, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Keep an eye on it.